Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna edit a couple more pictures from my Instagram feed, and I will show you my editing process using the VSCO. So let's get started. I have preloaded some pictures in here already, and so this is the first one with Natasha in Davis. So we shot in Davis in this vintage theater, outside of the vintage theater. I'm gonna use HB2 for this one. So because it's darker, it has nice contrast with the white dress, and I'm gonna reduce the exposure a little bit more, and the tone highlight save. I'm gonna increase the sharpness a little bit, and then increase the exposure. So I still see a little bit too bright, so I'm gonna reduce the exposure even more and the highlight tone. The next step, I'm gonna crop 4:5 for Instagram. I'm gonna reduce the cropping, so getting closer. Make sure the head is near the top third area, and you can have a different crop. You can have more room on top based on your feet, and you can crop it differently. So it depends on your feet consistency. And I'm gonna save this one. Save as the actual size. So the next one with Dagny, and let me try to use the E6 for this one. It has a green tone. You can see the difference between these filters, but I can the E5 has more brown tone, E6 has more green tone. I can use E6, and then I make it half the exposure, a little bit less exposure, because I can see it was bright. And I use E6 for this one. Sometimes E6 you can reduce the temperature a little bit, so make it a little bit less temperature for this one, and then increase the tone a little bit. The next step is cropping. So crop 4:5 for this one. Make sure it has some leaves on the top headroom to for the portrait framing. And once I edit this one, save as the actual size, and I usually just save because the next one is similar, so I'm gonna just copy edit and then paste the edit. So I save a lot of time after I saved edit, and it depends on the brightness. Sometimes I have to readjust the brightness, but if it's in the same location, the brightness usually is very similar. So I will edit this one like this, because I like a lot of lines in the back. So this one should be good. And if you want more dramatic, you can leave even more room on the top. So make sure the eyes on the top 1/3 lines from the cropping rectangle right there. You can just do this crop also, so make it more the effect on the top. So let me copy this edit and then paste it this one to here. So you can see the feel is already coming out, and I can just adjust the light, adjust the 4:5 crop. If it's too cold the color, you just adjust the brightness. So it depends on your feed. Do you want cold tone or warm tone? So usually you can just minus like 505. So subtle changes is good. So the next one is on the wall. So I'm gonna use the HB2 high contrast style. I'm gonna reduce the exposure, crop out the edges, so make it cleaner. So I'm gonna use I can use 2:3 for the Instagram story for this one. So make sure that it is symmetrical, because it has nice lines across from the right to left, created some motion in this. So I paste the previous E6, or you use the HB2. If you paste the previous E6, it will look like a little bit green. It has a different style. So just show you a different kind of tone. You can just copy this over to the next one, and it pretty much you can do it like play around with different tone. This one is too strong. I usually do it less stronger here, and then do the 2x3. Clean up the edge. You can see the edge on the left is like, I want to clean it up, so make sure that it has cleaner edges. So that's it. That's my edit here. The next one is outside the mill. We were outside the mill, the coffee shop in Sacramento. So this one I use the HB2 for this. I can use C9. So I think the one that I posted on Instagram, I use a C9 for this one as a base. Reduce the exposure, increase the contrast, and then the highlight safe tone a little bit. And I will slightly adjust the level, and then do a 4x5 crop for this. So after I did that, and then I'm just gonna copy this edit, paste it here, because they have the same lighting in this, so it's nice, quick and easy. So I reduce a little bit more to create a mood. You can just have a 2x3 crop like this, and 2x3 is good. So I'm gonna copy that again and then paste it here. So as you can see, I like to position the portrait near in between the white color of the wall, because it stands out the head. So make sure that it has nice contrast with the hair color as well, so when you compose a picture. So I save this one, so the tone is pretty good. So let me see how many do I have. I have a couple more, but I'm gonna do a quick one, just the backlight one. And I use E5 just to show you some different style. E5 increase the contrast, reduce the exposure a little bit, and then increase the highlight safe. So you can use E5 for this. And if you haven't seen my video on the X-T2 setting, just search YouTube X-T2 setting with my username Xing Xing, or with my handle Kali All Starring. So this is how I edit the backlight portrait. Also, I have a blog coming up, just a summary of my backlight portrait tips. Just stay tuned on my blog also. So thank you so much for watching today's editing video. Stay tuned for more video coming up. Thanks. Bye.